Hi learners, very good afternoon. Welcome to Unified Study. This is Tulasi. So tomorrow KSET 2025 exam. Today I am just going to do a quick final revision with important keywords. So very good afternoon everyone. Vaitishwari, Anand, Pavitra, Tamilarasi, Charina. Very good afternoon everyone. I'm not going to overload you because tomorrow is the exam. Just I am going to brush up with the most expected topics that we can expect in the examination with the important keywords. Don't worry that I will not exceed the class too much of time. It's because tomorrow is the exam. Okay. At the end of the session, I will be telling you what to be done before going to the examination, how to be mentally prepared, physically prepared for the examination. Yes, ready? Come on, let's start doing. Very good evening, everyone. Yes, Pooja ma'am, what's your doubt? What's your doubt? Shan, very good. Good afternoon, Shan. Kavya, Deepa, Chanu. Yes, everyone, good evening. Good afternoon. Yes, please post your doubt, okay? Post your doubt. And I'm not going to take too much of units. I have taken 3 units. One from communication and one higher education and research aptitude. These 3 topics, the most important concepts, the keywords to be remembered. Just quick. Last minute we do it before examination we used to discuss, right? Same pattern I'm going to apply now. Like a last minute revision before going to the examination along with friends. We all sit together and we will discuss. That is what we are going to do today. Yes, increasing. No, it's different, Pujam. Increasing connotation, decreasing connotation are all different. It is increasing intention, decreasing intention. Increasing intention and decreasing extension are same. Okay, you are telling both. Increasing connotation and decreasing denotation are same. Yes. Very good. Okay. Come on, let's start doing without any wasting your time. Okay. So first I'll focus on research aptitude. So in research aptitude, as we all know what is research, the characteristics of research. Inside that we have these are the philosophies, right? Positivism, post-positivism, interpretativism, postmodernism. I don't want to go more detail into these concepts. Just listen what I'm explaining along with this one. Positivism, right, is a philosophy where it relies on scientific research. So, where the data that we use will be on quantitative data. Okay. So, here everything based on scientific, just they focus towards one objective. Having one objective, they will be working towards. And that we call it as positivism research paradigm. So, as it is quantitative, they rely on numerical data. They rely on everything to be structured observation, experiments in the laboratory, mathematical analysis. Everything will be based on that one single objective. And so, there will not be any bias. There will be like everything, whatever the scientific research says, they go with that one. That is called positivism research paradigm, and they relies on quantitative research. So, as we all know, quantitative means when we on numbers, numerical, statistical analysis. Post-positivism means what? Here the reality exists imperfectly knowable. Means what? We rely on quantitative but also with qualitative awareness. Whereas in case of positivism, they are pure quantitative research. In case of post-positivism, they are like combination of quantitative and qualitative research. And here they rely on quantitative but some kind of qualitative features will be there. What is qualitative, ma'am? Qualitative means they will be subjective in nature, where that can be bias may be there. Specific instances can be studied, and that we call post-positivism. Interpretativism means what? See, this is purely on qualitative analysis. purely on specific instances. Based on this scenario, what could be the output? Okay, based on this scenario, what could be the output? So the knowledge gained out of that research is said to be subjective in nature. These are all the keywords I am telling you. Positivism relies on objective. Objective means one single point they will be moving. Subjective means every subject will have their own views and perspective. So interpretativism is purely qualitative in nature, and where the knowledge is said to be subjective. Here they can be of qualitative, naturalistic and interpretative. They are keywords used for interpretativism. And in terms of postmodernism, what does it mean here? Here they are purely qualitative in nature, but sometimes they are critical and constructive. Simple example, analyzing an ethnography, okay, analyzing a textual data, all these things comes under postmodernism, because here the knowledge which is being developed is based on the context dependent. Based on this particular scenario, this knowledge has been generated out of it. This is being shaped by language, culture and power. Here there can be a possibility of bias will be there. In terms of qualitative research, there will be bias will be there. So don't forget, positivism means it is related to quantitative. Post-positivism means related to quantitative but slightly relying the qualitative research. Interpretativism is purely relying on qualitative. Postmodernism, they purely rely on qualitative. Right? Now we will have some more questions from this part. Then we will do it. Already we have discussed about the types of research, all the different types of research. In that types of research, we have to categorize the qualitative and quantitative. Upcoming questions also we will be doing. And then don't forget about the characteristics of research. Characteristics of research means what? Where it is said to be objective, where it is said to be reliable, where it is said to be consistent. All these are said to be the characteristics of research. Now we move to some questions with analysis we will do. Which of the following are the typical characteristics of positivist research? Positivist means, what does it mean? They rely on quantitative data approach in the research. So what will be the answers here? Very quick. Yes, very good. Come on. Just read the question. Emphasize on observable phenomena, preference for subjective interpretation of data, use of random sampling, focused on understanding of individual experiences, denial of hypothesis testing. Yes, the right answer for this question is option number A and C is the right answer. What do you mean by positivist? Positivist means quantitative nature. So quantitative nature means they will be emphasized on observable phenomena. They observe what has been happening. Based on that, the records will be taken up. Preference for subjective interpretation of data. Preference of subjective interpretation of data means this is a qualitative nature. Qualitative nature only, where the interpretation will be done based on the subjective. Subjective means each one will have their own preferences. Based on that, the data will be interpreted. This is qualitative. Eliminate option number B. This also eliminated because A is not there. See what use of random sampling. As I earlier mentioned, positivism means what? It is quantitative research paradigm. Quantitative research paradigm, they rely on random sampling, that is probabilistic sampling. In terms of qualitative research, they rely on non-probabilistic sampling. Random sampling comes under probability sampling. So C will be there in terms of positivist approach in research. Focus on understanding individual experiences. Everyone's individual experience I am considering means then it comes under qualitative nature. So we can deny this. Denial of hypothesis testing. Denial of hypothesis testing means this is a post-positivism or interpretativism. You know why? I have told you already. In terms of positivism, where they rely on quantitative data, quantitative research. In terms of post-positivism or interpretativism, they rely on a qualitative, what? Qualitative research. So, quantitative research works on hypothesis testing. hypothesis will be tested whether it is right or wrong. In terms of qualitative, hypothesis will be generated. New hypothesis will be generated. Okay, so these are the connected points with respect to this question. Next question. The process of deduction involves generalizable inferences out of observation. Positivism advocates the application of methods of natural sciences to the study of social reality. So here we have two concepts. One we call deductive research, and another one they have used in point 2 is positivism. With these two terms, connect the options. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, the right answer for this question is, it is option number 4 is right answer. The process of deduction, it is called deductive research. We have two types of research here, deductive research and inductive research. Deductive research means what they used to do, THOC, and inductive research means OPAC. What is this, ma'am? Deductive research, they start with an hypothesis, they will check the they will start with a theory, they will check with the hypothesis, observe what has been happening, finally they will confirm whether it is right or wrong. That is called deductive research. Whereas in terms of inductive research, they observe the specific instances, they then come to a pattern and they analyze the pattern what is been telling, finally they confirm. Here in terms of deductive research, hypothesis is being tested here. Here what will be done? Hypothesis will be tested, where in case of inductive research, the hypothesis will be generated, new hypothesis will be generated. The process of deduction involves generalizable inferences out of observation. This is not done in deduction. This is done in induction theory. Positivism advocates the application of methods of natural sciences to the study of social reality. Positivism means they rely on natural science. What it says, it accepts. Whatever the scientific data says, it accepts. That is what positivism. So this is right and this is said to be wrong. Next question. Which of the following is said to be qualitative research? Which is an example of qualitative research? Quick answers. Experimental, ex post facto, descriptive survey, grounded theory. Which of the following is an example of qualitative research? Experimental, ex post facto, descriptive, grounded theory. Yes, very good. Waiting for the answers. Good. Yes, the right answer for this question is, it is grounded theory. See, qualitative research, quantitative research. Quantitative relies on numbers and data, whereas qualitative research, they relies on words, figures, images and emotions. So this qualitative research, experimental is said to be a scientific research where there is a cause and the effect. They will be, theory will be there, they will be testing whether the theory is right or wrong. That is experimental research. Ex post facto means, what does it mean? Already it has happened, data has been collected, now I am going to work on the fact, I am going to tell what has been happened. That is called ex post facto. So already data is there, I am going to work on it, and that is also a type of a quantitative research. Descriptive survey is also belongs to a quantitative type of research with respect to the context. Descriptive means taking surveys. Survey, what they used to do, collect the questionnaire, put it in the data sheets and they will analyze, right? They all comes under quantitative. What do you mean by grounded theory? Grounded theory means where they will be taking a case and they will be creating new data out of it, creating a new hypothesis out of it. Whenever we generate a new hypothesis, then we call that as a qualitative research. Whenever new hypothesis is generated out of that data means, then we call it as a qualitative research. Clear? All the other comes under quantitative research. Do this one. Next question. Yes. Read it carefully and then do this question. Which of the following aligns with the post-positivist approach to the research? Which of the following aligns with the post-positivist approach to the research? Absolute can be discovered through empirical observation and measurement. There is a single objective reality could be understood perfectly. Researchers cannot influence the research process and should remain entirely objective. Our knowledge is a conjugal and our understanding of reality is never complete or final. Yes, very good. Very good, very good. Yes. Answer already shown. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. The right answer for this question is it is option number 4 is the right answer. Here, as I have mentioned you, post-positivist means where it is quantitative and also qualitative in nature. Absolute truth can be discovered through the empirical observation and measurement. This is in terms of positivism. It is relies on single and objective reality that could be understood. It is also positivism. Researchers cannot influence the research process. Cannot influence the research process and should maintain the conjective objectivity means then this is also positivism. The last option, knowledge is conjugal and our understanding of reality is never complete or final. Means what? Whenever we do the qualitative paper of research, there is no end for it, right? Every time we can able to enhance because everyone have their own perspective where I cannot stop with that one point. I can extend. So our understanding of reality is never complete or final. It can also be changed over there because it is subjective in nature. This aligns with the post-positivism approach to research. Now next I slowly move to the communication. In communication you have to focus on models of communication, focus on the types of communication, and you have to focus on the basic terms that we use in communication. Now I just would like to start with the models of communication. Aristotle model, Berlow SMCR model, Shannon-Weaver model, Laswell model, Scram's model, Dance model, Wesley McLean's model. These are all the models of communication where we used to communicate with people. When I talk, I am the sender talking to you through the medium of YouTube, that is satellite media, sorry, wireless connection, and you listen to me, and whatever I am saying to you through my words, images that I have used, words that I have placed over there, colors that I have used over there, my body language, everything communicates something to you and you understand. If you have doubt, you give me the answer doubt in the comment section. So I read it, again I am getting some points, again I am telling you. So I am the sender having something in my mind, giving some kind of meaning to it through words or actions or images, that I encode it and send it to you through this medium. What is the medium? Transmission medium. Now I am transmitting through YouTube and you receive it and you decode the words and images. The receiver understand the meaning, and if you have doubt, you give feedback, and then I again receive it as a receiver and understand, and I'll give it to you back. This is the process of communication. So everything is to make it effective. In order to whatever I have in mind has to be given to you. These are all the basic. Aristotle, Berlow, Shannon-Weaver. Aristotle means imagine the political meeting. Imagine the political meeting. Speaker will be there, speech will be there, audience, effect, occasion. These are all the things will be there in the Aristotle. It is a one-way communication. Berlow SMCR means source will be there, message, channel, receiver. SMCR. This is also a one-way communication. Shannon-Weaver means is a basic model for the electronic communication. Sender, encoder, channel, noise, decoder, receiver. And entropy and redundancy are the terms that we use in the Shannon-Weaver. What do you mean by entropy? Entropy means during sending a message, if that communication channel occurs some kind of confusion there, if any confusion happens in that medium, what will happen? The receiver will not able to get the message properly. So prediction will go wrong. That is called entropy. Redundancy means, what does it mean? Same data will be sent again and again. So that is also a flaw here. These are all the terms being created in this Shannon-Weaver model. It is a basic model for the electronic medium. Before phone invented, right? Phone, that electronic medium of communication started. For that, this Shannon-Weaver is the basic model. Then we have Laswell model. Who says what, in which channel, to whom, with what effect. This is what we call Laswell model. Scram's model means we have encoder, decoder, feedback, and the very important thing is field of experience. I say something to you with my field of experience, you understand that thing with your own field of experience. You have some knowledge about it, with that you receive. I have some knowledge about it, with that I say the communication to you. That's called Scrums model. And then we have dance model, helical model, where this communication is said to be evolving as it grows. As the time grows, right, it gets evolve, and that we call dance model or helical model. Wesley's McLean model, where it has, like a simple example, you can remember newspaper. What does it happen in newspaper? All information will get into the newspaper editor board. In editor, what they will do? They will reject some news. They will avoid. They will not allow some news to be printed. They will say this news will be printed in the first page. This will be printed in the last page. All these things will be done by the gatekeepers. And that in that particular process, we have source, message, feedback, gatekeeper, channel, and receiver. So in that kind of media, feedback will come again to the either to the editor or again to the people who send that message, so that they can redo the work. It's called Wesley McLean model. With that, we can see some few questions out of it. Yes, Poojam, I'll tell you. Wait, I'll tell you. Shannon Weaver, Aruna Devi ma'am. Shannon Weaver, where noise is introduced. First electronic medium. Yes. The disadvantages of Aristotle model of communication. The disadvantages of Aristotle model. Simple example immediately should come into your mind is political meeting. Whatever political meeting it happens, right, that is Aristotle model of communication. Quick. Yes, very good. Very good, very good. Good. The right answer for this question is, it is a C, D and E. Disadvantages they are asking. Disadvantages they are asking. Disadvantages. Audience created content. No, this is not the role of an audience here, because it is a one-way communication done, that too only by the source. Okay. So there is no way of audience created content. We can eliminate these two options. Then what is this? C. This is a one-way communication. That is also a disadvantage here. Very good. Many of you given right answer. Or it's a one-way communication. Stress on the speaker. Ignorance of noise. We are, whatever the audience says, it is not taken into consideration. The stress will be mainly on the speaker side. It is a one-way communication. Very good. Next. And as many of you are asking, ma'am, what kind of model it is. Aristotle and Laswell model of communication were being called as, Shannon Weaver and Bellows are called as linear model of communication. Scrums model and Wesley McLean model are being called as the interactive model. Dance helical model and Bronlin's model is being called as the transactional model of a communication. Ma'am, what is the difference between interactive and transactional? Interactive means I can send a message to you, you can also send a message to me. But in case of transactional model, which happens simultaneously. You got the point? See, simple example I give. The newspapers, take newspaper as an example. Some person is sending some message to be printed. The editor accept it and it has been printed. Some mistake was been there. Then that mistake was been identified by the sender, and he says that is a mistake. So it is again sent back to do the correction, and it is being returned. Here what happens? One at a time is been reacting, but interaction is there. That is called interactive. But in case of transactional model, what does it happen is, simultaneously the communication could be built. Okay, if when one is speaking, another one can interrupt and speak, and that is called a transactional model of communication. You got the point clear, learners? You got the point clear? Yes? Yes. Very good. Now we can do this question as an example of communication. Yes, do this one. Do this one, do this question. Here I have given you a clue for this question. With this, please do it. With reference to digital communication, which type of the communication is simplex type of communication? Simplex means what? Simplex means what? Yes, think. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. Very good. Yes. Yes, ma. Yes, Pavitra ma'am. Right, ma'am. The right answer for this question is, it is option number 2. Simplex communication means what? It is said to be one-way communication. Note, make a note of it. It is called data flow. And next we have another type of communication that is called a half duplex. Half duplex communication means it is called two-way, but one at a time. But one at a time. It is called half duplex. What do you mean by full duplex? Full duplex means two-way communication, but two at a time. Simultaneously both of them can communicate, and that is called a full duplex. Here radio broadcasting, it is being done a one-way communication. Television broadcasting, it is a one-way satellite communication being done. Computer to printer, yes, it is from computer to printer alone, it is also one-way communication. Keyboard to computer communication, again from keyboard to computer, it's a one-way communication. And then walkie-talkie, it is said to be a two-way communication, or a half duplex way of communication. Very good. Super, super, super. Next question on board. The interactive model includes both feedback and shared field of experience. The linear model includes feedback and shared field of experience. Just now I told you. Yes, very good. Just now I told you. Very good. Yes, the right answer. The right answer for this question is option number 3 is the right answer. Good, Pavitra, Mohana. Very good. Many of you giving right answer. So the interactive model includes both feedback. Yes, what is the model that we said? Osgood Scrum's model we discussed, right? It's field of experience. Based on my experience, I'll be telling you something. You receive and you give feedback to me with your own field of experience, right? It is there. Whereas in linear model like Aristotle model, SMCR model, Laswell's model, where there is no concepts of a shared field of experience, and at the same time there is no concept of feedback there, right? So this statement is said to be wrong. Very good, right? So please don't forget to remember the model, in what kind of type it belongs to, and the terms that they are importantly used there. See, in terms of this Aristotle model, please do remember the years. That is very, very important. And remember the key terms used there. Okay. See, these are the 5 terms that we used in Aristotle. This, I think, they have been asked in last year KSET examination. This question been asked. And then you have to, this has been asked in the NET examination. What are the Laswell model of communication terms used there? And see here in the Shannon model, noise is the term used for the first time. It is a mathematical model. This is the first one. Noise means what? Disturbance. It is been introduced with that model only, the engineering systems has been developed. And then Bellow's SMCR model, they have many times abbreviations was also been asked in the KSET exam and other examination also. And Osgood Scrum's model, the key term is the field of experience. Wesley's MacLean model, the key term there used is the gatekeeper. You can remember the newspaper as an example. Dan's helical model is said to be an evolutionary model where it changes as the time grows, right? And then Branlin's model is also said to be simultaneous, that is transactional. Both communication can be done in a simultaneous way. So these are all the key words that were used in each and every model. Don't forget to remember the year it was being implemented. Don't forget to remember the years, the key terms used there. Don't forget to remember the types of all those communication, right? So now we move to the next one, and it's called types of communication, where we have verbal communication, non-verbal, written, face-to-face, mass, interpersonal, intrapersonal, public, group, formal, informal, fatigue. I'll tell only the keywords, learners. Please listen carefully. Verbal means what? I use words to communicate something. That words can either be in written or it can be in oral to convey a message to you. That's called verbal communication. Non-verbal means now when I am talking, right, I am showing my facial expression. My hands are all speaking, that my gestures, and I am in a sitting posture now. If I am standing means that is also a posture. So this also communicates something to you. If I am sitting lean down means says I am not feeling good. I may feel weak. If my face is not good means you may say, ma'am, are you tired? That is all communicate some information to us. That's called non-verbal communication. And next we have a written communication, that which consists of emails, letters, reports, memos, comes under written communication. Face-to-face communication means talking in face-to-face, two persons talking to each other. Mass communication means, what does it mean? To a larger number of heterogeneous audience. What is the term? Heterogeneous means what? They will be of different age group, different place, different, everything will be different over there, and that is called a mass communication. Larger audience will be connected to communicate something. For that you can say billboards can be the example. When you go through the roads, right, there will be a big boardings will be there. All the hoardings will be an example. Internet is an example. In the previous classes we did the chronology of social media inventions. Don't forget to recall those things. Very, very important. Interpersonal communication, talking between people, two or more people directly when they are talking, is interpersonal. Intrapersonal communication means what? Talking to myself, dreaming, giving self motivation. All those things comes under meditation, comes under intrapersonal. Public communication means what? Make it clear between a public communication and group communication. Public means public meetings, okay, all those things we call it as a public communication. Group communication means what? A smaller number of group of people connected together, and when they speak, right, and that we call it as the group communication. And the next we have a formal communication. Whenever my superior wants to give me some order, okay, or I want to apply for a community certificate to the Tahsildar's office, what I do? I write a letter, I apply online. That is formal communication. If I want to greet my relative, okay, greet my sister who is there somewhere outside, I am just going to write a letter and I just want to talk to her through a phone. It's all called informal communication. Patic communication means, what does it mean? Whenever I want to greet some people, saying hello, how are you, to start a communication, and that we call it as a patic communication. Is it clear? All these things comes under the types of communication. Is it clear, learners? Is it clear? Yes? Okay. Now I move with some questions. Try to do that one so that we can move to the next topic. Quick, we will do revise. I don't want to take too much of your time because you have to do your own revision so that will be useful to you. Yes. Very good, very good. Do this one, do this one. Which are the following examples of paralanguage? Paralanguage. Very good, very good. Do it. Paralanguage. Very good, very good. Paralanguage. Good, 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 good. Yes, the right answer for this question is, it is option number 1, that is ABE. Paralanguage means, what does it mean? My sound. Okay, well, paralinguistic, my tone, my volume, my inflection, all these things talks about the paralanguage. So the tone of the voice, the volume, and then the pitch. All these things we call paralinguistics. Personal space we call it as a proxemics. Proxemics. Eye contact we call it as oculics, right? Oculics. Kinesthetics we talk about what? All types of body related, that is facial expression, gesture, posture, body language, all these things we call it as kinesthetics. And then haptics means we talk about the touch. The touch communicates something. If I am saying like don't worry, I am here for you, that is touch. That also communicates that some people is saying I am concerned about you, don't worry. That is called haptics, study of touch. Kinesthetics talks about study of bodily movements, gestures, face expression, everything. Eye contact talks about oculics. Distance talks about proxemics. All these things comes under non-verbal communication. Patic means greetings. Exactly, Vanita ma'am, saying hello, hi. When I meet someone new, right, what I will do? Hi, how are you? What's your name? How do you feel? All these kind of questions that starting a communication, that's called parting communication. Am I clear? Yes, very good, very good. Next question on board. Do it. Choose the form of non-verbal communication. Choose the form of non-verbal communication. Charger, charger. Singing, icon, oral sign. Singing, non-verbal communication. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, the right answer for this question is, it is right. The answer is option number 2 and 4 is the right answer. Non-verbal communication means what we do. Icon. Icon means symbols, right? Saying right, left, don't go, no parking, all those things. And then this is signboards. So icons means that emotions and all we call icons, and sign nothing but signboards, right? Signboard, sign language, all those things comes under non-verbal. Singing is comes under verbal, oral also comes under verbal. Now I think you can go quickly towards next topic. When you do communication, try to relate something, because day-to-day life only we may have, right? Except these models of communication having some theory, other part there will be some real-time connectivity will be there. Think little bit when you before answering the communication related questions. Okay, don't get panic if you don't know the answer. Read the question properly, read slowly. Definitely that point will strike to your mind. For that you have to let your brain to think in the examination hall. That is most important. Okay, right. Next I move to higher education. Many learners was been asking, not many, repeatedly one learner was asking me for this higher education, higher education, higher education. That's why here I have brought some core concepts of higher education, right? So when we take higher education, we have a what is that? Ancient universities. So it is being categorized as ancient, and then as a pre-independence, and as a post-independence. Three most important part of higher education. So first we start with ancient. In ancient, we have in Nalanda, Vikramshila, Otandapuri, Somapura, Jagadala, Pushpagiri, Vallabi, Telkhara. These are the ancient universities that we have, out of which Nalanda, Vikramshila, Otandapuri and Somapura, all these things, right, all these universities, right, have been meant for the Buddhist universities. In terms of Hindu learning centers, we have Sharada Peeth, Kanchipuram, Madurai Sangam, Benares are all said to be Hindu learning center. And last NET examination, there was a question that which of the following is not a Buddhist learning center, and the answer was, you know what is that? It is Takshila they have been given. But Takshila, when it was being started during the what is that? Initial period of time. Initial period of time, we have a Takshila as said to be as a Hindu learning center. That's why I have not mentioned here. And later, after centuries, as evolution come, it becomes a Buddhist learning center. Please make it very clear. It is also a Buddhist learning center, but before it is when it was being initiated, the starting period of time, it is also called as a Hinduism learning center. You understand, right? That point, that is yes, I have given Guru. I have given. So that's called Takshila. Okay, Takshila, Nalanda, Vikramshila, Watandapuri, Somapura, Jagadala, Pushpagiri, Vallabi, Telkhara. And the most important terms that we have to remember here is with respect to UNESCO's heritage site, where Takshila was being announced the World Heritage Site in the year 1980, and then Nalanda was being awarded as a World Heritage Site in 2016, and then Somapura has been awarded as a UNESCO's heritage site in the year 1985. So out of these universities, ancient universities, these three universities was being awarded as the UNESCO's World Heritage Site, and these are the Hindu learning centers, which are Sharada Peeth, Kanchipuram and Madurai Sangam and Benares. And each of the learning center have their own strength over there. Here the Mahayana Buddhism was being taught. Vikramshila Tantric Buddhism was being taught. Otandaburi, it was being early Buddhist center under the Pala dynasty. Somapura, it is also a Buddhist monastery. Chagadala, it is a Vajrayana Buddhism was being taught there. Pushpagiri, it is also meant for Buddhism studies. Vallabhi is meant for both Buddhism and Brahmanical studies. Telkara, it is also a Buddhist learning center. The most important categories of Buddhist and Hindu learning centers during the ancient period of time. Next, very important, that is a pre-independence commissions. Definite questions we can expect from this part. So, yes. First we start with the 1813 Charter Act. 1823 Charter Act is mainly meant for giving education. 1 lakh rupees was being allotted for education, and missionaries was allowed to start in India in order to spread the English education. And that time Lord Hastings was the Governor General. 1923 Elphistone's Minute was being act was there, and is mainly meant for introducing the Western literature in India and also Western science in India. And they also want to start the higher education in the Indian ground. 1835 Macaulay's Minutes, very important. Macaulay's Minute, it is mainly meant for having Angelist education said to be good compared to the Oriental education. Oriental education means, what does it mean? Oriental education means the native education which we have in the Indian ground, that is called Oriental. And this Macaulay's Minute states that Angelist education was good, and they want to create a class of Indians of English in taste and intellect. Sorry. 1854 we have Wood's Dispatch, it's called Magna Carta of English Education, and where the 3 major universities was being started in the year 1857, that is Calcutta, Bombay, Madras, and universities has been created. Lord Dalhousie was the viceroy at that time, okay, in 1854. And then we have and then one important point here, 1854 Dalhousie was there, and Lord Canning was there during the implementation of that universities, that is Madras, Bombay universities. At that time who was there means Lord Canning was there. So remember, during, we can expect question like during the establishment of Madras, Bombay, Calcutta, who is the Lord? You cannot say, ma'am, you gave me Dalhousie, that way I give. No, at this period of time, right, Lord Canning was the Governor General. Lord Canning, okay. During the period of 1854 Wood's Dispatch, Lord Dalhousie was being there, okay, don't forget. And next we have 1882, that is a Hunter Commission. He focuses on primary education. I think yesterday in the previous year question session, that mock test, we did this one. Lord Ripon was the Governor General at that time. 1902 Indian Universities Act, they worked on higher education. And then 1904 that act was being passed, Indian Universities Act was being passed. Lord Curzon was the Governor General. And that 1904 Indian Universities Act, based on the report given by by the report of that 1902, this act was being passed over there. At that time also Lord Curzon was there. And next we have very important one, 1905 National Council of Education, Bengal. And 1913 resolution of education policy was being passed in order to for free elementary education. And 1917-19 very important, Sadler Commission to work on the issues of Calcutta University, and also major reforms of higher education was suggested in the Sadler Commission. And Lord Chelmsford was the Governor General at that time. During this period of 1917-18 many universities was being started, including as tomorrow's KSET examination. Mysore University was also being started during that period of time. Can you please tell me when Mysore University was started? Please quick answers I want. When does Mysore University was established? It was established during that period of time, 1972. Please quick answers I want. I have discussed many a time in the examination. Ma'am मैं लेट आयो हो, पनिश करो मुझे आप. No need. Yes, quick answers I want. When does Mysore University was established? As we are tomorrow's KSET examination, especially during these 1917 to 19. 1915 to 19. Yes, quick answers. Come on, quick. quick answers. Sagar, no, please do rethink. That's why I extended that timeline. Okay. Only one has answered. Shan collection. Shushma, okay, 1970, Guru Anand, no. It is 1916, July 27. Okay, July 27, 1916, University of Mysore was being started. And along with us, Mysore University, there are other university was also being started, like, say example, we had a Lucknow, Lucknow University, and then we had a nearly SNDT Women's College, Patna, Banaras Hindu University. It is in 1916. Aligarh Muslim University, 1920. But Aligarh Muslim University was the name change. In the 1975 itself, there was a college called Anglo Muhammad College, right? It is in 1975, and that was renamed as a Aligarh Muslim University in 1920. So see, during this period of Sadler Commission, right, nearly many universities was being started, including Mysore University. That's why I mentioned here. Please make a note of it. Very important. And next, along with that, we have Banaras Hindu University also in the year 1916. 1916, make a note of it. Okay, right, very good. And then we have 1929, Hatton Commission was there. Hatton Commission worked on primary education improvement, teachers training, that was being focus of Hatton Commission. Lord Irwin was the Governor General at that time. 1934 was Sapru's committee. They also worked on university governance, how autonomy has to be maintained, academic standards to be maintained in the Sapru committee. 1934. 1937 is about Wood Commission. They were focused on vocational and technical education to be done at the secondary and higher level. That was the recommendation of Abbott Wood Commission. Next, we have 1937 Varda scheme, basic education, Naitalim scheme. It was proposed by Gandhi, and we worked on free and compulsory education. And 1944, it is a Sargent Commission. Very important Sargent Commission, CABE, CAB report, CABE, Central Advisory Board of Education. So, Sargent Commission also worked on free and compulsory education up to 6 to 14 years, and then rural universities and technical universities expansion to be done. All these are the proposal proposed by Sargent Commission 1944. Don't forget to remember the years. Very important. Next, I just want to move to the regulatory bodies that has been done after the independence, right? We have a UGC, we have AICTE, NCTE, MCI, NMC, BCI, DCE, and RCI, NNC. Most important regulatory bodies with respect to higher education. UGC, we know it's a University Grants Commission 1953, and it was act was being statutory status was being passed in the year 1956. The main purpose is to coordination, determination, maintenance of standards in higher education, having New Delhi as the headquarters. And then we have AICTE, that is AICTE for technical education. 1945 got the statutory status in 1987. For technical and management education, we have AICTE. And then we have NCTE, and then NCTE is for National Council for Teacher Education. 1993, the act was being passed in the year 1995 for teacher related education standard. This council was there. And then we have MCA, that is Medical Council of India. The name has been changed to National Medical Commission, and in the year 2020. Before independence, is the first council that was being started for higher education, that is the year 1933. Medical Education and Practice, and BCI is for Bar Council of India 1961, and DCI is for Dental Council of India 1949, Rehabilitation Council of India in the year 1992, INC, that is Indian Nursing Council 1947 for nursing education. The most important regulatory bodies that is being started in India. You have to remember the years. Next, I would like to move to the post-independence commissions. Please do take a note of it. We have Radhakrishnan Commission, most important. Radhakrishnan Commission, Mudaliar Commission, Kothari Commission, these three. So this in the year 1948, Mudaliar Commission in the year 1952-53, and then Kothari Commission 1964-66, right? And then what is the outcome here? We had a NEP, where NEP we have three major NEPs, that is 1968, and then 1986, and then 1992 is the Program of Action. It is what how it can be NEP could be implemented. That is what the revision of that NEP. Revision of NEP was proposed in 1992, and 2020 we have the major third revision of National Policy of Education. 2020. And who was the chairperson here? Here Dr. Radhakrishnan is the chairperson. Here Dr. Lakshmana Swami Mudaliyar was the chairperson, and here Dr. Kothari is the chairperson. And according to NEP 2020, NEPs, who are the chairperson here? Here also Dr. Kothari was the chairperson of this one, and here Government of India was the chair. And this NEP 1986 was being given for review by Ramamurthy committee, and then in the year 1992 Janardana Reddy proposed this program of action, and then 2020 NEP was being headed by Dr. Kasturi Rangan. Clear? Very, very important terms regarding NEPs. Apart from this post-independence committee, these three important commission, what all the other commissions are there, ma'am? Sir, here we have another important commissions, like we have education in concurrent list, that in the year 19 concurrent list in the year 1976, where education was being taken to the central list, okay, concurrent list there. And then we have the Sam Pitroda commission in the year 2005. He worked on the knowledge sectors. And then we have a Jnanam committee that was in the year 1993. Yes. And then we have a Yashpal committee. We have a two Yashpal committee, okay, one in the year 1993 and another one in the year 2009. So two committees were there with respect to Yashpal committee. Is it clear, learners? Yes, clear. I don't think ma'am is running, but we have to. We have to. Yes. Okay. Now, apart from these commissions and committees, we have to remember one most important one can expect in our examinations, that is fundamental rights, that is acts and articles related to education in terms of Indian Constitution. We have article number 14. Are you all there listening? Yes. Okay. Listening. Okay. I thought you're not listening. Am I giving too much of information? No, it's not too much. It's a very precise short notes of higher education. Article number 14 is related to equality before law. Everyone is equal, that too in terms of education. 15/4, it is for advancement of socially and educationally backward classes. See, very important. Please make a note of it. 19(1) of A, freedom of speech in terms of academic freedom. 21A, this has been asked in this time NET examination. This question been asked for right to free and compulsory education, and it's of 86th Amendment Act 2002. 26 and 28 is related to religious education in institution. Article 29 is related to protection of interest of minorities. Article 30 is of right of minorities to establish. Differences are there. In terms of 29, Article 29, it is to protect the minority interest. Article 30 talks about the right of minorities to establish institution under this act. Two differences are there, don't forget. And then we have article number 41, 45, 46 with respect to right to work, right to education and public assistance. 45 talks about early childhood care and education up to 6 years of age. Article number 46 talks about education and economic interest of SC, ST and weaker section. And next we have the most important one. Yes. So that is all about the important articles that we have under the higher education Indian Constitution that we have to remember. And yes, two important things that we have to remember is NAC and accreditation bodies, NAAC and the NBA. NAC is meant for what? Accreditation, and NBA is also meant for accreditation bodies. These two bodies are meant for accreditation, don't forget, and is being started in the year 1994. Okay, NAC and NBA, the most important accreditation bodies now we have in um, what is that, in existence, right? And having Bengaluru as the headquarters for NAC and NBA New Delhi as the headquarters. Okay, clear, learners? Yes. Okay, we shall have some more questions from higher education, then we can move. Yes, to wait, I'll give you questions from we'll have some questions. To wait, please. Just to wait 1 minute. We will have some more questions from higher education, then we will stop. Okay. One minute, please. Huh. Do this question. Let's do this one. Who is fully credited with the introduction of English system in India officially through the necessary order of issued by Benedict, the Governor General of 7th March 1835. 1835. Very easy one. Yes, do it. Very good, very good. Yes. Yes, the right answer for this question is live. Yes, the right answer for this question is it is Thomas Babington Macaulay. He is the one who proposed that English education system should be implemented. That too in the year 1835. That is called Macaulay's Minutes. Angelist Oriental fight was been there. He proposed that Angelist was good. Done by Thomas Babington Macaulay. Next question. The first commission for higher education post-independence period was headed by dash. Was headed by dash. Very good, very good. Quick answers. Quick answers. Very good, very good. Yes. Very good, very good. The right answer for this question is everyone giving right answer. Yes, Right answer is, it is Dr. Radhakrishnan Commission. After the independence, we had a Kothari, write it down. We have Radhakrishnan, we have Mudaliar Commission, and we had a Kothari Commission. Right? Radhakrishnan is also called as University Education Commission. Note it down. Mudaliar Commission is called as Secondary Education Commission. Kothari Commission is called as National Education Commission or Education Commission. Right? Next question on board. Which of the following commission or committees in the post-independent has paid attention to all levels of education? All levels of education. Yes, quick. All levels of education. Quick answers. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, 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 yes. We can also expect some kind of full forms in the examination, so be aware of full forms like UGC, AICT, NAC, NBA. Please do aware of all the full forms and their years of establishment is very important. Statutory status. Be very, 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 very careful. Yes. Very good. The right answer for this question is, it is Kothari Commission that is worked on all levels. That's why I stated in the before question. Radhakrishnan Commission worked on a University Education Commission. Mudaliar Commission worked on a Secondary Education Commission. And then Kothari Commission worked on a National Education Commission or education, that is in all levels. Here they worked on secondary level alone, and here they worked on university level alone, and here they worked on all the levels of education. That's why Kothari Commission is the right answer here. Next question. What is the full form of AICTE? It may look simple, but do it carefully. It may look simple, but do it carefully. Very good, very good. Very good. Quick answers for this question. AICTE. We can expect this kind of questions also, learners, so be ready for it. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Yes, yes, yes. The right answer is All India Council for Technical Education. 1945 started. 1987 it got the statutory status. The main aim for is to what? Technical and management education, to accrediting the courses. Right. Very good, very good. Next one. Next question on board. Do this one. The National Assessment and Accreditation Council was established by dash in the year. Yes, very good. Quick, quick, quick. Very good. Very good, very good. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, the right answer for this question is, it is absolutely, it is UGC is the right answer. UGC established NAC to accredit the institutions. Very good. Next we have, which of the following institution was established before Indian independence? ICSSR, AICT, ICHR, ICPR. This question is most repeated in any form. ICSR, either they will be asking match the following, that is using ICHR, ICPR, ICAR. Okay, all these connected questions they will ask, or they will ask like this type of question. Which of the following institution was established before Indian independence? Quick answers for this one. Yes, very good. Quick, quick. Okay. Okay, the right answer for this question is it is AICT is the right answer. Here, this is for Indian Council for Social Science and Research, started in the year 1969. ICHR is for Indian Council for Historical Research, started in the year 1972. ICPR is for Indian Council for Philosophical Research, started in the year 1977. So don't forget, years are very mandate in terms of higher education that we cannot avoid. As tomorrow is going to be your KSET examinations, learners, please do remember tomorrow is going to be your KSET examination. Try to take do good revision. At least now we have some 4 to 5 hours of time, right? Do good revision, that is alone enough. Whatever you have written with on your own hands or whatever materials you have, do your good revision. The first point. Second point, don't take too much of heavy food. Don't eat heavy food today. Take some light food today. Keep yourself calm. Okay, drink, keep yourself hydrated. Drink good water. You can eat some good fruits. Keep yourself hydrated. The most important point that I would suggest is sleep. Please do sleep well. This is very important. Without sleeping, please don't do anything. It will create unnecessary thing, because we are going to work with our RAM. RAM means what? The RAM's memory is very small, right? It can be a very small size. That is the working memory space. Whatever we have studied can be n number, but at that point of time, very small memory will be activated to work on it, right? So when you want to work on the smaller memory, even though backside you have TBs of data, but the working memory will be only in space of GBs, right? Even this TBs of data will work only in terms of the GB. Whatever required, that will comes to your RAM, it will work and it gives you the result. So don't worry about anything. If you have put lot of effort on your preparation, then definitely that will be helpful in your examination. Okay, don't worry about which you have not covered so far. Just go with whatever you have prepared. Revise whatever you have written in your notebook. Don't too much of pressure hereafter. Don't do any other new things here. Just revise whatever you have done. Don't eat too much of food in the night today. Have some light food. Keep yourself hydrated. Drink much water. Have a nice sleep. At least sleep for 7 to 8 hours. That sleep by 9:30. At least by 9:30 tonight sleep, so that you can get up early in the morning like 5 o'clock, or because some may have to travel a longer distance. So though for people, please to take rest. Whatever is there in your memory, definitely in the examination hall, that lines will come, that answers will come for you. So don't worry, just trust in yourself, trust in the supreme power, the science that will helps you. Whatever effort you have put, God will be there to guide you. So don't worry. Okay, give your best. I pray for you. You will do your best. Trust yourself. Ma'am, increasing connotation means general to specific. What about decreasing connotation? Poojam, I told you on that day with a mnemonic, right? You remember, this is the mnemonic I gave you. Increasing intention means general to specific. That is also called decreasing extension. Increasing intention means increasing connotation. Decreasing extension means decreasing connotation. This is the mnemonic I asked you to remember. In terms of opposite, we have to change it, just that's all. Okay, right? If you remember this, opposite will come. Yes, so wish you all the best for the learners, those who are going to write your exam for tomorrow, KSET 2025. Get ready whatever you want, your dress, your pen, your hall ticket, ID cards, water bottles, bag, everything. Keep it ready and go have a nice sleep. Tomorrow you will do well. Whatever inputs that you have given, whatever preparations that you have done, whatever sacrifices you have done, definitely that things will have its own value. So don't worry, trust in yourself, trust in the supreme power, and go and give your best. I will pray for you. Definitely you'll get good things. Yes. See, no need. Yes, ma, it's enough. That time you have to apply. That's all. Positivism, post-positivism, I told you, right? Positivism, quantitative, post-positivism, combination of quantitative and qualitative. Yes. I'll try, Pavitra ma'am. Yes, okay. So thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Do well. Share the video with your friends. Definitely the last minute preparation could be useful to them. Take rest. Don't do too much of screen time. take rest. Okay, all the best. Tata, bye.